I don't condone any edgy stuff that goes on during this recording, just for the record.
The opinions of the individuals displayed in this video are the opinions of the individuals only, not of the software news organization or anybody else.
Yes, thank you, Gene.
Where is that ditty from? Wait, no, but like, what was that bumper? Like, where did that bumper come from?
I'm sorry.
Where did that come from? You gotta tell me.
I don't know. It's like a very common thing on like TV shows where they like film it live with like people and stuff. Like,
it's like the opinions of these are not the opinions of the government.
yeah, that's like usually the lawyer speak. So like if somebody like says a slur, everyone else could be like, I do not agree with that.
Anyway, on to the video.
MGG is the most well, I say John is also a pretty good adult, but MGG is very adult. So do you want to explain the video a little bit? It is definitely not you, Dave. Sit in the child corner.
I'm not yet sitting in the child corner. Okay, go on.
Sit in the child table.
So the C Monerary, I think I said his name wrong, but whatever.
Yeah,
CM.
You did.
So, okay, C Monerary made this video on a few quick matches, which just blew up overnight for some reason, which, hey, great to Pluto. He made a video talking about it, and he made this clickbait title saying, platform fighters suck, and he spends, like, most of the video talking about the issues behind the genre. So it's another one of those videos. We're gonna talk about it. I think it's interesting, but I don't think a lot of his points are good.
Okay. Let me bring it back to the days of Dave. Who's the person that made the workshop videos again? I'm sorry.
Okay, let me explain.
Is that a...
No. No, the video I made. It was on.
Oh yeah, the fucking the Zeta video, right?
Yeah, Zeta video. Okay. So this is going to be a software understanding moment. You know, I don't have those all the time. This will be a Zeta video moment, but I do understand where C Monet comes from. Oh, I guess it is C Monet. What the fuck?
Monet.
I understand where C Monet is coming from. However, I just disagree generally. I agree with them in the fact that I do want the same things that they want, but I don't think that is the platform fighter curse.
It's the Homelander meme. When someone says an opinion you agree with, but they say it so poorly you don't want to agree.
Also, Gene, where are you? What are you
Hi,
doing?
I'm right here.
Okay, why are you muting yourself?
Just in case sudden noise happens, you know.
What? Just in case if someone sets up like a thermonuclear bomb outside?
you just hear thermonuclear bombs outside, and he's like, I'm sorry, guys, I gotta mute this for a second. His apartment is destroyed.
In my opinion, when people approach a new platform fighter, they expect Smash Brothers.
And we bring MGG to the room.
Okay, alright, so to give my quick opinion on this, I get it, though. Like, there's nothing... I already said this in the comment, and I'll say this again. There's nothing wrong with wanting a fast-paced game to have a dedicated competitive scene.
Yeah.
But we have kind of reached the point where, like, okay, the grand majority of these platform fighters are just that. And that's... It's hard to blame people for not wanting to get into that. So, seeing another one right now, it's like, yeah, like, what much of an alternative do you have?
I'm assuming you want to talk about, like, I'm assuming you want to talk later on about, like, but what is really a Smash Brothers? I believe one of your comments in media where it's like, do they mean this or do they mean that? Or I guess you want to save that for later, huh?
Yeah, let's listen to the whole thing and then we'll, you know, open the floodgates.
Any comparison to be made will be made to Smash. Even I'm guilty of this, but it's just the obvious thing to do. Smash Brothers is the father of the platform fighter genre and the only reason it exists. As a side effect, every new plat fighter is called the Smash Killer, whether or not it be ironic.
Damn you, Hungry Box.
I want to fucking... Right. It's not Hungry Box. That was...
You
that
donkey,
was,
sorry.
That was Donkey. That was Donkey. He paid... he made our sins. How dare he?
Yeah, again, going to the thing right now, I would also like to mention, before we were watching this video, we said, though, was that we're kind of in the period right now where like some of these trad fighters used to become Street Fighter clones, But as time went on, people were just like, oh, okay, this is like an actual genre. So
I guess it really just the fact that before we got very interesting games, we had to get good games first. So people copied Street Fighter for a long time, for like 5 years about. And it wasn't until a little bit that we actually started getting like, you know, our Mortal Kombats, our Tekken was way after as well. So it's like there's that. I think we'll talk about it later, but basically the main big thing is that platform fighters haven't had the most successful things, like, you know, our Multiversus, PlayStation All-Stars, you know, things that you would think would pop out but didn't pop out. However, I'll bring it in later, but there are specific reasons as to why some of these are bad. So I guess the 2 points is defining Smash-like, which I just put down. And then the second point that we'll talk about later is the actual reasons for these games being bad. So we have that now. So we have that. Maybe we'll get to a big point later. I know the audience is probably getting antsy, but like we have to do this. It's fine to make sure that we get all our ducks in a row. So I'm gonna play it now.
These games spend so much time groveling in the shadow of Smash Brothers, when what they should do is just take a step to the side. I think the precedent that Smash Bros. Has set has crippled the genre from becoming something new, something better. Enter my personal favorite Plat fighter, Rivals of Aether 1. Out of necessity and budget constraints, Dan omitted features such as ledges, grabs, shields, among other things. Rivals of Aether also has unique new mechanics such as hit falling, parries, and tilt cancels that give the game its own unique feel. Through these limitations, a unique experience was born that managed to hold its own and stand side by side with Smash, becoming beloved by fans. I see Smash and Rivals as two distinct games, each with their own vision. Rivals took what made Smash special and made it its own. All of these new platform fighters pumped up by AAA studios are too afraid to take risks like this. Innovation is risky, you should stick to what works. I think that's how we've reached where we are today.
Wrong! Wrong.
Interesting choice. Because Multiversus is a very different game.
Oh yeah, that's a sound clip. Is that guy being like wrong?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, let me explain why he's wrong. No, they're not afraid to take risks. The problem is how they implement them. The problem is that the reason why most of these Plat fighters seem to fail is mainly because of either A, they don't listen to their community, or B, in the case of Multiversus, let's just say, they were just everywhere at the place. Like, they were just out of, like, you know, it was disorganized, the whole thing was a mess. And sometimes even mechanics just flat out don't work.
There's sometimes when it's like, because it's like, it kind of goes back to what I was going to talk about before. There are specific reasons why some of these things are not working. And my problem is that it's not because of risk. See, like, if we wanted to say that, again, PlayStation All-Stars used to exist. That's literally the riskiest thing you could do, because you can't kill people unless you use a super move.
And that game had many other problems, yes, but a lot of people didn't seem to care for how they changed up the formula, so it didn't really work.
Well, it's just very weird because PlayStation All-Stars was supposed to get a sequel. It just didn't. And that sequel was not going to have super moves be the main killer. It was going to be like a regular traditional platform fighter where you kill based off
shit.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that was like in an interview. I'm going to see I'm pretty sure I'm right, but I'm going to see. When they got an interview of it, they were going to change that shit. So it's like, my thing is not really that they didn't take risks. And this is going to be the entire point of probably everyone involved. But I think the only reason why is because they didn't have a good product first.
You could not have used a worse example about a game that didn't want to take risks.
Yeah, because at least with Multiversus, the game did take somewhat of a risk, but they just did it so half-assed, though.
You know what? That's very interesting. Yeah, I didn't think about that because Multiversus did do a lot of risky things.
A lot of things.
It was 2v2.
Cooldowns, air specials, the dodge system. For the longest time, it didn't have shields. Wall clinging instead of ledges.
Whenever somebody buys a platform fighter, they aren't buying that. They're buying a Smash clone. Games that try to beat Smash Brothers will never surpass that, because nothing can replace Smash. The flaw of the platform fighter comes directly from the source. In game development, you have to strike a balance between familiarity and novelty.
So that's the point. See, I was tempted to bring that up when I was, leaving my comment, but he already did, so it's like, I think he's on the similar wavelength, he's just came to a very wildly different conclusion.
Yeah, it's no, I agree fully, but maybe I'm wrong, but it's like I feel like these are the things that he really doesn't like, not necessarily the things that would actually improve the platform fighter genre.
Mm-hmm.
Because I also would like variations. Like Combo Devils looks like it's having the most variations out of everything. But
that animation versus.
Yeah, but the reason why people are talking about it now and it might be a good game is because it looks like it'll be a good game. It has things that people want. It has good graphics. It looks like it's fun to play. Like that's really all people want. And, for the past 20, 25 years, we just haven't provided it at least to a big enough level. Again, I use Call of Duty versus everything else. It's like there's Call of Duty, then there's Titanfall, then there's Battlefield. It's like you don't need to be as big as Battlefield, but we don't even have a game that's like Titanfall level. You know what I mean?
Titanfall, Apex, Overwatch, stuff like that.
Yeah, well, like we don't have like you can argue Rivals 2, but I would only argue it like after they made a few things.
Getting there.
Yeah, like it's getting there, but we're not there. So it's like I think that's just going to be the main problem of the argument, where it's like he's focusing on things that we do agree with. It's just not the medical cure.
The current paradigm of PlatFighters has yet to embrace the novelty and break free from the chains of the genre. This is one of the reasons I was really upset when it came to Rivals 2.
The second I saw this, I'm thinking, let me guess, he's going to talk about Legends and Shields, and he never directly says it, but it's like, yeah, he's talking about.
Speaking from the heart for a second, it's just fucking Smash Brothers. They just made Rivals into Smash Brothers. I don't get it. It's the complete regression of what made Rivals unique, and I understand if you like it. Even if you like it more than Rivals 1, I get it. You don't like Rivals. You like Smash Brothers. I want Rivals, not Smash Brothers. I don't have some sort of vengeance against Smash either. I like the game. It just genuinely upsets me to see a new Plat fighter that could have been unique just become Smash Brothers. All the while, Smash players single-handedly crippling their own genre from flourishing because they aren't willing to try something new or pointlessly switch to what boils down to be the exact same game with a different swatch of paint.
No, notice how he never actually explains why it's more like Smash Brothers. Like, he already expects you to know why.
All right. Can I say this now?
Yes, you can.
Holy fucking shit, this is the worst possible way to say on why you don't like Rivals. Or, because, okay, this is coming from somebody who has played so much Rivals. Okay, Neos, when you're gonna edit the video, I'm gonna give you my hours, actually, in screenshots, just so that way I can prove, you know what I mean, Neos, just, I'll give it to you, so... Yeah, anyways, here's the hours I have for both of the games. I can safely say he's just speaking shit. Like, shit out of his mouth. No disrespect to him, but good lord, this is the worst talking point out of this entire video. And okay, the thing that pisses me off is that if you like Rivals 2, apparently you only like Smash Bros. That is entirely bullshit.
Putting your audience into a box, I see.
Like, that's the whole thing. Like, you're acting like one of those fucking Rivals 1 purists. Like, dude, like, alright, I fucking hate Smash Bros. But you're saying that Rivals 2 is a 1-to-1 carbon copy of Smash Bros? It's not even fucking true. It has hit falling, tilt cancels. It still has the majority of the stuff from the first game, except for Drifty Eye for whatever reason. It still has the wall jump system, but you can't up special out of it, but you can still wall jump out of anything. The recoveries, well, while not as dynamic as Rivals 1, they're still just as dynamic. You are missing the entire point of what makes Rivals so unique to begin with. It's not because of the lack of shields, grabs, and ledges. It's because of the stage control that the characters can do. And also, the fluidity of the movement, I would even say, is kind of unique to Rivals. But at that point, though, it's like every Platfighter's trying to do that. So it's like, meh, whatever. Like, the wave dashing and stuff. Like, what else was I going to say? There's just so much stuff that he is not taking into account on what makes Rivals so special. He's just only boiling it down to just, it doesn't have shields, grabs, and ledges. That's it. He doesn't explain on why it's a Smash clone. He only says it's because it has shields, grabs, and ledges. Okay, then that means like 80% of the Platfighter genre is a Smash clone that because it has those stuff. I also remember when he showed off NASB 1 and NASB 2, they do something unique also. You can
grab projectiles.
You can grab projectiles in NASB 1. Thank you. No, but it's like NASB 2 has the meters. It has the slime cancel, which, as much as I hate it, does something unique. So, by your logic, because the games have shields, grabs, and ledges, they should automatically just paint it as just a Smash clone.
Alright, so to keep it concise, I read in one of the comments he left the FAQ one, and he says he cites Zeta's video for explanations behind it.
Wonder!
Yeah.
No fucking
I'm
wonder!
not joking, he does. Look at the FAQ. I'm not joking.
So my theory's just right. He never played the fucking game.
Well, we're looking at the same video. It's like, wait a minute, you're just Zeta. But anyway, point is. Anyway, So anyway, case in point, what Dave is trying to say is that he's just tunnel visioning on like a couple smaller aspects in the game, though. When the lack of legends and shields, what never defined Rivals of Aether solely. There was a plethora of other mechanics as well as the character designs, and the art style, and just along with other modes, the workshop. And really, Rivals of Aether, I would say what defined Rivals 1 more is that it was probably like the first, well, aside from Brawlhala, the first like alternative to Smash out there that was actually enjoyable. People wanted to come back to. So this type of argument just behind the Legends and Shields thing, it feels like when people were complaining that the Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door remake was awful because it was at 30 FPS and not 60. It's like, I mean...
Okay, so this is where understanding Neos comes in, which might be a little long, but I'll try to shorten it as much as I can. So here's what understanding Neos thinks. So I understand that there's a lot of people that actually do not like. Well, we watched the Zeta video. A lot of people watched the Zeta video. You know, people feel as though it's a good game. It's just not a good sequel, which I've disagreed beforehand. But after months and months of looking into it, I really do understand, especially with talking to MC. A lot of people, when they experience Rivals 1, they do like a lot of the things that are just not character specific. So, you know, the lack of shields, a lack of ledges, things like that, the very good movement and things like that. So a lot of people have actually thought about if they actually wanted to make a Rivals 2, they would just add on stuff. And even if it was 3D, they would just add on things in order to make the gameplay very fun to play. So it's like some people have talked about having a sort of rush rev system where you can break combos. I forgot what it's called. Yeah, burst in the air in order to, and like you get it like for one stock if you had it. Things talk about such as like if it's not air shielding, like a way in order to like parry in the air, but if you do it wrongly, then you get massively punished. So it's like
counter hit, stuff like that.
Yeah, so like when people talk about they would want an actual Rivals 2 sequel, I understand their point where it's like they want Rivals 1, but just a very new spin to things, which I understand. Now,
yeah, I think that's a fair complaint, you know, wanting to change more, give a meter system, more special moves, something else to change up the formula. Like, I get the disappointment there, but he never says that in the video.
Yeah, that is a very big problem, because my also big thing is that my problem with this video is that we kind of have our cake and eat it too. I think we skipped it, but one of the things is where he talks about Smash Brothers and he's like, you know, or maybe he actually talks about it later on, but he talks about Smash Bros is indeed a party game. Sakurai has said that, and I accept that. Or me personally, no, but he says it, and he says he accepts that, right?
It was the intention, but it grew into more stuff.
Yeah, but my problem is really just the fact that, okay, so if a dev can say that and you agree to it, Dan has said on multiple occasions that the reason why Rivals is Rivals is because of the characters.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah.
if we agree to this, then we also must agree to this. And we can't use the argumentation of Rivals 1 is Rivals 1 because of the mechanics and how it is, because then we would just be wrong, because we'll just use any argument that we can. You know what I mean? I don't like having our cake and eating it too. If we have one viewpoint, I have to agree with the other viewpoint if it's like an opposite sort of leaning to it. So it's just like, if you don't agree with Dan, then you don't agree with Dan. But at the end of the day, if you value the dev's opinion, then you have to also agree that you might like Rivals 1 for specific things. However, in the dev's mind, the reason why it's a good game is because of the characters, not because of the system, how it is.
To give one more stance on this, I can't find the quote though, but basically I said it's like, hey, you could, if you really prefer how Rivals 1 handled it, no ledges, no shields, that's fine, each to it though. But a big reason they did it though was because A, they planned to do it from the start, and B, that was a highly requested feature, especially for a lot of casuals. So you can not like the implications behind it though, but at the very least you can understand why it was done. This guy does not seem like he understands or wants to understand why.
So you're thinking the reason why they added shields, grabs, and ledges was because of the casuals? Because there's a lot more layers to why they did that.
Yeah, there was plenty of it was highly requested. It was meant there to be from the beginning. Maybe they found some interesting ideas behind it, like you probably know behind it, but there was plenty of benefit behind it. And from the sound of it, it turned out like it worked out. Like a lot of people agree. It's only a small subset of people who really don't like it, and he seems to be a part of that subset.
Yeah.
It's a very funny thing that they do is that, like, as they do the Rivals 1 story mode stuff, it would be very funny if we had like the groove systems from like the workshop, and they just made it like into like, you could change the groove system for Rivals 2 in order to be more like Rivals 1 for those different people that would want it. Like, that'd be pretty cool to have, I guess. But
if you really want it, yeah.
Yeah, if you really want it, but I don't know if they would want to do that. Maybe the workload is too much, but it would definitely be something that would probably curb a lot of people's disagreements, I guess. One final thing before we get into it. It might be a little big, but let's see it. It's kind of how we talked about fighting games beforehand compared to fighting games now. So it's like, because Smash has been so popular, and because we haven't had a Titanfall equivalent to, say, like Call of Duty, people have said Smash Bros rather than traditional. And although that may seem very small to certain people, I think it's very big, because it's like, although Smash does have oblate spheroid shields, it has regular ledges, and it doesn't usually have the best like mechanics. To me, I don't think that would be even the DNA of a Smash sort of game. I think honestly it's just a traditional sense of like a platform fighter. Cause maybe I'm wrong, but the reason why there's like nothing when it comes to say of like, oh, this blocking is like Street Fighter like, oh, these combos are like Street Fighter like. I think the reason is because so many people have used it, and they put their own sort of character, whether it's like the art style of things or like even movesets to things, that now people just see it as a sort of fighting game thing rather than a Street Fighter thing. That's why I kind of had the viewing of like, I don't like saying Smash mechanics, I just like saying traditional platform fighter. Because that's really what it is. Because we've had a lot of games do the exact same thing. I don't really think of Smash Bros when I do this. I just think it's just a platform fighter, a traditional platform fighter thing to do. And because how Smash Bros isn't even bad either. So like when people say stuff like, "Oh, this is like Smash," it's just like, that's just a traditional platform fighter design, man. I don't think we could say it like that.
Like any other game, Smash has its flaws. It's definitely not the golden standard and shouldn't be considered that either.
I don't really know what that point really means, but okay.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, that's kind of the thing with the video with us is that he says a lot, but he doesn't really explain it, and I really wish he explained it so I can understand more. Because
part of this video has like it feels like a response to a conversation most people have never had.
Which you know, if you just wanted to get the ball rolling, I understand. But it's like I really do wish that he explained himself more, because then I could really understand what's going on.
I don't like pulling this card, but Smash is a party game. Sakurai has always designed the game to appeal to a broader casual audience. It wasn't meant to be taken to this level of competitiveness that we have today.
Okay, so it's not even about that. I'm fine with you saying that. It's what I said beforehand.
But what does this have to do with the subject? I'm confused.
It's not even that for me. It's also the fact that we can say that and we'll be fine with that, but hey, Rivals 1 is good because no shields, no ledges. It's like, no. The dev said this game is good because the character designs, not because Rivals 1 had certain mechanics or a lack of mechanics. So it's having your cake and eating it too. It sucks. Not only that, but okay, so this is a little tangent for 2 minutes. I've been playing domain format. It's basically like Commander for Yu-Gi-Oh, right? And one of the newest videos that they had was just the guy that had the Discord server reacting to Reddit, right? You know, so that's a powder keg on its own. But one of the things that a lot of people talk about is like casual audience. And one of the big comments, and I'll put it up on the screen, but one of the comments actually said it very, very well when it comes to quote unquote casual. People say casual, they don't really know what that means.
Yeah.
Like, you can talk to, it's kind of like Smash clones. Like that video I made on Smash clones until it got deleted for some reason. People don't really know what casual audience means. It's just a catch-all term that you use in order to describe something that you might know.
Someone who's not a hardcore person in the subject.
So, like, it's very funny you say that, because, like, when they considered talking about it, they said, domain format, we can't say it's casual because nobody knows what that means. It doesn't mean low power. It doesn't mean you don't want to be a part of the tournaments. It doesn't even mean that you don't want to win. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't fit those things. Casual doesn't have to fit neither or even all of these things. The things that we should probably say is friendly. And the reason why they say friendly is because you come in, you're coming in so that you could play a game with the people that you love, to make experiences for other people to play. So the friendliness comes from the fact that you don't have certain cards because people don't like those certain cards. You're in a 4v4, not because you don't want to win, but because you want to see more people interact with the board. That's why I do like the term being friendly rather than casual, because casual doesn't fucking mean anything. Same as Smash Clone. It's just supposed to be a pejorative for something that people think they know what is, but it really isn't. Now, I don't know if you guys feel a certain way about it, but that's how I feel now. So, yeah, I'm just gonna play it. Hopefully there's more stuff.
It wasn't meant to be taken to this level of competitiveness that we have today. It makes me wonder why these companies attempt to make a game similar to Smash.
So this is also very interesting because it's like, I like, me and Waffleman, I love that dude. When Smash 3DS's servers was going to die, before we did that, we wanted to do 1v1s and just play the game, especially with things like custom moves, right? And the reason why we play 1v1 and no items is not because we want to be competitive. It's just because that 1v1 nature is very exhilarating.
Yeah.
So like this is why I don't like hearing competitive scene for stuff, because wanting to win is not competitive.
Yeah,
it's kind of like Monopoly, where it's like,
I really wish we had a term for that middle section. I've heard it described as casual competitive, but like how do you describe a platform fighter that plays like a traditional fighter, like 1v1, no items, no hazards, just standard format like that? That's not technically competitive. You're not doing this with like money or whatever for prizes on the line. You're just playing it like how other people play the items game.
It reminds me of other fighting games where it's like most people don't go to tournaments, even if they know the mechanics, they understand the character and things like that. Sometimes they still just play with their friends. So it's like there's this quote unquote competitive mindset, but they'll never go to tournaments. They just like the game because it provides something.
They play it as a video game.
Yeah, so it's like it's very weird to say competitive scene and competitive blah 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 blah, but it really doesn't describe most people. Again, me and Waffle Man, we did 1v1s and we liked the game. We didn't do it in order to win a tournament. We didn't do it to be competitive. We just did it because that is fun. It's really it. It's less fun. It's not winning we're not winning Evo. We're not winning money. It's just we did that format because it's fun and we like how it is. It doesn't have to be competitive. I don't know. Maybe we got to be like MGG where it's like we got to know that middle ground and explain it better. But that's just how I feel personally.
Yeah, but we'll get there when we get there, I suppose.
It makes me wonder why these companies attempt to make a game similar to Smash and expect the competitive scene to magically appear in front of them.
Also, to address this point, though, this was at a point when the competitive scene was like at its most vocal, when people thought making a platform fighter meant you had to cater towards that hardcore melee crowd. But I think we're past that point.
Yeah, no, he also used a really bad example because NASB 2 died because they had to pay the sins for NASB 1, but then he didn't show the player counts for Rivals 2, where that game is like thriving right now.
Yeah.
So actually, Dave, I actually think you're on the money 100%. So it's like NASB, like a lot of these platform fighters are here, but they had different problems. Like NASB 2 is not a bad game. In fact, I would play it more with my bud Leadhead, if anything. But it really did. Really, the biggest problem was NASB's 1 sins. People paid $60 for the game. It wasn't that polished. It didn't have a lot of characters. And like, sure, you had a Hungry Box, which loved the game. He loves playing that game. He did, like, if he could play more for money in that game, he probably would. But NASB 2 really did pay for some of for NASB 1 sins. Especially, not only that, but also some of the characters from NASB 1 didn't go into NASB 2. So
that's not a real complaint. That's not a real flaw.
Well, to some people it is. Well, it's not for
me. Yeah, but that's mostly like.
I know. Smash really Ultimate spoiled us.
Yeah. No.
That's not really a problem with like the 4 players.
To me, maybe this is a hot take. I really do think that NASB 2 is like Slap City level when it comes to like enjoyment for me. I really do think, because I love the single player, I love the characters, I love the moveset, I love everything about it. I just think because the negativity of NASB 1, now they were expecting the gods to ascend upon us, and really we just got a really good game, and that's not what people wanted. They wanted the god juice. So I think that's the only reason why NASB 2 is doing not well. It's on the back of NASB 1's sins.
That, and it's still, like, it's better. It's definitely a lot better in a lot of areas, but it still came out with some polish issues. Not bad, but, you know, people also took note of that and thought it would be largely the same. So it sucks. It deserved a better fate, but we all know that story.
We really do wish that NASB 2 was the first game.
Yes, exactly.
If NASB 2 was the first game...
Dream.
Yeah. Say that again, bro.
Life could be dream.
Life could be dream. It's just spinning monkeys. Just life could be dream. Oh, fuck me. Let's keep going.
Let's just keep going, yeah.
A good example of a game that managed to get it right is Brawlhala. Whether or not it's about the gameplay of the game or the millions in corporate funding, Brawlhala has had an active player base and competitive scene for a while now. And I can assure you that nobody in the Brawlhala scene thinks of the game as a Smash clone. I'm not even sure that they'd call it a Plat fighter or not.
Okay,
What does
so-
this mean?
What the f?
It's not even that for me. This ignores a very huge concept of a Brawlhala. You could play that on your fucking fridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot
Brawlhala's
about that.
Brawlhala's access is literally everywhere compared to just consoles and laptops.
Yeah,
People
that's
in middle school and elementary school with no knowledge of anything can get Brawlhala.
yeah.
Not only that, but the skins that they usually do, that's a big component of why people usually even look at the game at first. And of course, it's not being seen as a Smash clone, quote unquote, even though nobody knows what that means. It's because it's incredibly floaty. They have items as weapons, that you can fucking do sometimes. So it's
Literally, yeah.
But the main reason of why people play the game is not because it's different. The main reason is because 1, it's polished. 2, it's everywhere. 3, it's free. So it's like the main things of like, because it's like, I get it. I do want new things from PlatFighters as well. I'm fully on board with you. But the reason why these people came here is not because of that. Let's just be honest.
It's oversimplifying it.
It's oversimplifying it, and it's also making so that the actual medical reason of how we can fight the platform fighter curse is never gonna be here. It's because we don't actually know what we're doing.
Despite the people that give the game a hard time, me, the game undeniably reached its audience because it genuinely is uncomparable to Smash Brothers in a deep, nuanced way. I think failed games such as Nick All-Star Brawl 1 and 2, Fraymakers.
Fraymakers had its own
again?
problems. It's not done.
Again, I said it in the beginning of the video. This ignores a lot of things that platform fighters have that aren't necessarily the same. Fraymakers, very polished. Everyone loves the graphics. It needs more. It's not a game. It's gonna take like 5 years for it to be a game. Like that was Fraymakers' problems. It wasn't the fact that it's not doing new stuff. It's because it wasn't a game. You sold me not a game, Fraymakers.
I don't even think they have half of what they like reached on the Kickstarter.
I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. Who is that? Who's the Fraymakers YouTuber?
Into the Fray.
Yeah.
I feel so bad for that guy because I feel like he could be a great ass YouTuber if he wasn't just tied to Fraymakers.
Yeah.
No, he's talked about like other platform fighters. It's just like Fraymakers is his like main thing.
Yeah.
Bro, he's hilarious. I'd love to get him on the Platform Fighter Universe video. I would love to get him. He's hilarious.
Yes, please.
He who shall not be named.
Slander.
Multiversus Slander.
You haven't told us what went wrong here, so no, it does deserve to be named.
Oh, I thought you said Clanker. My bad.
Bro, I was gonna say Multiversus deserves to be slandered.
No, it's not that it's wrong. I thought you said something else. No, you should talk about Multiverses because that's how we actually get to the Platform Fighter curse. First of all, they just sold you the skins. Second of all, the single player content sucked balls. Third of all, well, like it was okay, but like they definitely could have done more, but they just didn't for some reason. Third of all, they just kept selling you characters. Fourth of all, like what do I do in the game, dog?
It's the 3 phrases: Warner Brothers greed, Warner Brothers impatience, and the fact they took the game offline for a year and then brought it back in a worse state. Like, it's coming from someone who preferred the new mechanics, the new flow of how it played. I'm talking about like bugs and all that stuff, and the UI was worse. The monetization was more aggressive. All that stuff.
I liked post reboot more than the beta as well, but like, what the fuck was going on with everything else? What the fuck, guys?
Yeah, I don't know if that was Warner Brothers' fault or Player First Games' fault, but whoever's decision it was to do that. So what?
It is definitely a Warner Brothers game fault. My Shadow of Mordor is dead. I don't care what anyone says.
But yeah, it's like Warner Brothers. They didn't want it to succeed. If they did, they would have let it cook and stopped milking their players. But that's not what they did. So well.
My main woman, Wonder Woman, is gone.
Jason
What
is still a good
fucking
design
cry.
character.
Such a cool character, fucking wasted.
Same.
This is trash.
Yeah.
Oh well.
And even fucking Cross Impact.
That's what we don't talk about. That's the one we don't talk
Lost
about.
in-
What the shit? Why?
Keep in mind.
Scare.
Keep in mind,
Dude.
I don't think Combo
Dude, no, this
Devils.
game sucks. Like, this game actually sucks.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Gene.
Combo Devils is not mentioned at any point in this video, I think. but then there's this random cross impact there.
Just drop the worst platform fighters just so that we can stroke my ego because nah, I'm joking.
Okay. Wait. Not too much. Because just because they have a character called Orthro and he's a Dr. Mario clone, automatically you get 4 points from me, Cross Impact. You get 4 points. I don't care what anyone says. They can lick cock. My boy Dr. Mario is
Yeah, you know, I do approve of the Dr. Mario rep, but yeah, I've heard horror stories about this game though, and I've even heard that they mistreated a lot of the people who worked on it, which I don't know if that I can't confirm that, but I've heard rumors. And if that's true, that sucks.
So what you're talking about is that this game was not called Cross Impact. It was later renamed Cross Impact in later devs, but the previous game beforehand, yes, there are things to that. Again, oh man, I don't even know if I want to include this because it'd be very weird to get person on for the Platform Fighter universe. But the game's okay. The reason why it's an even worse state than like Fraymakers is because it's clearly not as polished as it probably should be, and it doesn't have anything to intrigue like people that just want to play a decent game.
They fucked up Nair. They fucked up Nair's hitbox, a character who's literally one move, and they fucked it up.
Oh my god.
I wasn't even find the screenshot. Hold on, I'll look. Keep it going. But I'll see if I can find
Keep it going.
As soon as you give me the screenshot, it's gonna be put in there. But
yeah,
listen. Cross Impact devs, listen. You gave me Dr. Mario clone. You're good at my bro, homie. They can lick my nuts. This game is peak.
That is cool though, but yeah, the rest of it sucks.
They just took a step into the unknown. They could have had something.
They got Jumbo Josh, bro. How is this not peak? You telling me that?
No shade to the developers, of course. It's just sad to think about what could have been. But what can we do about it? Is there a solution for any of this?
You could make a good product.
True.
You could make the graphics pretty good. You could make things that people can do that aren't just 1v1 focused. You could also give some lore to your characters. You could also
make it a game.
You could do what Mortal Kombat does and give the intros to give perspectives and make your characters look cool so that you want to research them more in the future. There's a lot you can do. Basically, there's two things. There is make the product look and control well, and then there's substance. Whether that substance comes from you liking the lore, you liking the characters, or single player in order to accentuate your characters in order for you to be a part of the world. Those are basically the two things that the Platform Fighters have. Make a polished game that also the movement feels nice, and also the content itself to make you actually love the game. That's really it. If you really wanted to bring it down into 2 points, that's for me. Yeah.
Oh no, I found it. It's even worse. It's two images. It's even worse than I remember it. Hold on.
What?
I'm gonna look at it after this. I'm gonna look at it after this.
And honestly, I don't know. It doesn't even seem like my problem to solve. All I can offer is a new perspective.
Yes, it is.
What?
This really got on me. It's like, oh my god. It's like, okay, dude, why? Why do you include this? Why do you gripe about all of this and say, like, look at everything that's going wrong. It needs to innovate more. Well, what do we do? I don't know. It's not my problem to solve.
It's just not my problem.
You know how like disingenuous that makes you sound? It's like, why even include it if you're not gonna say anything? If you're not gonna offer a solution? Oh my god!
God damn it! I don't know if that actually is gonna end up in the editing thing, but
What?
I'll remind you. Editing software. That was the Prowler meme. Fucking put that shit in.
That was me.
No, I know, but I don't know if it actually is gonna be a part of the audio, so I have to say that to myself.
Yeah, but yes, don't. Why? Don't bitch about this and then go, I don't know how to solve it. It's not my
No,
deal
no,
to
it's just
solve
like-
it."
this is-
Okay,
Oh,
so
fuck
to
you.
bring it back, to understanding,
Oh my God.
understanding
No. God is understanding. We are in rage territory. Okay, no. But in all seriousness, dude, like, you should not have included that in the video. Anyway.
You don't need to agree with me. Just understand where I'm coming from.
Yeah, I do understand where you're coming from. I just think you're wrong. I think we need to go to another area for it. But even if that was fine and we could just devolve into that. My thing about this video is just that there's tangents and then there's not explaining them.
Yeah.
This is a little mean. It's very weird that you say that Smash fans ruin everything that they touch, but you actually are a part of the problem because you don't develop your ideas. Like, you are actually a part of the problem. Like, we can't be saying shade to Smash players and people that quote unquote don't play the games when you kind of do the exact same thing. Like, I know that's mean, but like it is true.
Don't point fingers like at people who just want to play games.
Glass house.
There you go. Yeah.
I'm glad all of you understand that, but that's
Yeah.
I don't want to be mean. That's just what it is.
Yeah, it's like I can understand it. I think how he's gone about it though, the reasoning is just flawed.
It's
IMO.
just so. It's
I
just
just
so
wish it was
whack.
developed more. If
Yeah.
you explain your point more, I would be like, I don't agree that this is a part of the Flower Fighter curse, but I do understand and I do agree that we should be doing that. But because we're being so generic about it, and then we also point fingers at like Smash fans, it's like, okay, well then you're just also a part of the problem. We're not doing anything good then. I'm just saying.
The problem of AAA companies making what they think will sell and not something with passion is not a problem confined to the PlatFighter genre.
Again, oh my god. It's like AAA, it's like AAA companies. It's like, no, these problems, they had different problems for every platform fighter. PlayStation All-Stars 2. PlayStation All-Stars 2. They were gonna get rid of the mechanic and make 2. For some reason, I don't know if it was fun.
Now he's just out of touch.
It's like, it's that. NASB 2 is only on the back of NASB 1 Sin, so that's the reason. Fucking Fraymakers just wasn't a game, wasn't a developed game. They did it too early. A lot of these aren't because they're not doing something new. It's because of just problems with the companies.
They have
or
their
like
own issues. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just like, I don't want to be like, hey, you AAA studios, I'm gonna show bare ass to you. It's like, no, that's not the problem.
I just ask that the next time you see a game like a few quick matches, approach it with an open mind.
This part I do not get. What does this have to do with anything?
Okay, so you're telling us to approach this game with an open mind, but then you say all that shit about Rivals 2 makes fucking sense. Okay, that just pisses.
I didn't recognize that. Yeah.
That just did not.
Wait. Actually, explain that to me. What do you mean? Explain that to me.
Basically, he's telling us that we need to approach it with an open mind. But then it's like he says the same shit with Rivals 2 with the most NPC ass arguments.
Shit!
What?
I didn't recognize.
I can smell the fucking
Come with an
hypocrisy,
open mind,
man.
but Legends and Shields killed Rivals 2.
I think it's literally just like typical YouTuber. Hey, you know, calm down, guys. It's just my opinion. Speak.
Yeah, and then he says something outrageous like that. Oh, while we're at it, does that make a few quick matches a Rivals 1 clone because it has a lack of shields,
you
traps, and
could
ledges?
say that with that methodology.
No, it's not a Rivals 1 clone. It's a Rushdov Revoke clone, actually.
Yeah. Oh my
Oh
god.
no.
Holy shit! I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I've always had that opinion where it's like, oh wow, this is really restaurant remote coded, but I never said it until now.
Oh well.
Oh fuck me.
Not everything about the game is going to come naturally to you. It's a new experience. It's going to be hard at first.
Most things in life, not
Oh
limited
my
to gaming.
god.
Okay, so this is really funny to me
Oh
because
my god.
you guys don't know of Big Bam Boom, but I did the interview with the main dev, right? And
Yeah.
it's very funny to hear this, that it's like, it's okay guys, it's gonna be hard, but you gotta be determined in order to do that, right?
Yeah, so is every other fucking platform fighter.
Well, not just that, but Big Bam Boom developer, it was, you know what he said to me? He was like, listen, I understand that there is people that want to be more competitive towards it, but I also try to make sure that the people that can't do like the main mechanics or like the canceling system that we have, and like even if they can't do that, that when they play neutral, that it's still fun to play. So it is so wild that someone else could just be like, hey guys, it's gonna be hard as fuck, suck it up, and then a dev of a platform fighter is like, listen guys, I understand, it's okay, I got your back.
But the difference between the people who make the games versus the people who don't.
This video just sucks ass, man. What the fuck?
Okay, you know what? Nice guy energy gone. I love how we were like, yeah, we're going into this, we're gonna try to be respectful, and then just started pissing on him.
What we did for a lot of it, let's be honest, at least a little bit.
Yeah, okay, give ourselves some credit, like half of it, I guess.
I'm just so tired of being disappointed over and over again.
That's fair. That is fair.
Yeah, that is fair. Yeah. Okay, this I think he's just talking about too. Is like
okay. That ending pretty fair. I am also.
Yeah.
I'm
all right. Well, in conclusion, this video is all over the place, and he's just not understanding like on what a platform fighter should be.
I mean, it's at least he didn't say he hated Ronald Reagan.
What?
What is this coming from? I don't understand it. I don't understand.
Show you that video.
Oh my god!
Meme. What the fuck are you talking about?
Do you want the context?
Yes,
yeah,
I do.
the context,
Okay,
please.
so this guy who literally calls himself Toxic Pyro, I'm not joking, that's his username. He made a video talking about why he didn't want Smash 6, which already is a title that's, ruffle some feathers. People aren't going to like it. It takes him about 9 minutes to actually get to that point where he talks about why he doesn't want it. Most of it is just him, like, rambling on about Guilty Gear, as well as his YouTube channel, his experience playing Brawl, playing a bunch of other games that had been featured in Smash. It's just, disjointed rambling. Then he gets to the point, he's like, okay, so I don't want a new Smash game because I don't think it's going to change that much. Point number 2, I don't think there's that many cool characters you could add anymore. It's like, that's very subjective.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what? I also get really sick of character discussion because people are so fucking insufferable. People online, they're all man-child. And then he goes on this weird rant where he complains about crossovers and why he wants games to be platform fighters to be more original. All this Smash Bros video, he's like, I don't care about the A's. I don't care about Gremlins. I hate Ronald Reagan. It's what are you doing?
I think that was the same guy who made a video about Aki from or Aki. I don't fucking know how it's pronounced. I'm sorry, everyone. From Street Fighter 6, and then halfway through, and I shit you not, this was done in all sincerity. Halfway through, he starts doing a tier list for every Tally Hall song.
Is this actually the same guy? Hold on. Oh,
I'm pretty sure it is.
He did!
Oh my
What's
god.
with this?
Same fucking person. And after okay, and you know what happens to that? After he makes the video, which like he does it, Sir Busty does a reaction video on it. Sir Busty's like, yeah, this video was really weird and disjointed. I didn't really like this video. Your video sucks. Anyway, so Toxic Pyro got really mad, and he's like, dude, this motherfucker freaking insulted me on his reaction video, this grifter thing. And then he said yay, I'll let you keep the video up, but you gotta pay me $50 for a license for it. It's like, are you kidding me?
What the fuck?
Okay, Okay,
he did
okay,
this. He
hold
actually
on.
did this. I'm not joking. Hold on. Let me get the screenshot. And rumor has it he
Um,
even threatened to sue him, which I didn't see any proof regarding that.
Oh,
But what is that?
While we did this, hey, Toxic Pyro, can you be in the Smash Ultimate Platform Fighter Universe video? That'd be pretty cool.
I mean, the worst part is he doesn't even make some terrible arguments. He's like, hey, we can make other platform fighters that aren't just melee. He's like, he makes a few good points, but it gets buried under this weird tirade he goes on. It's like, what are you doing?
Is that the I don't really want to Smash 6 video?
Oh no, that's the reaction video to it. The reaction is in the description to that.
No. But that's the video you're referencing, correct?
Yeah, that's the one Sir Musty he did and he got mad about. So hold on, let's see.
Bro, Sir Muskie always lets it hang low, bro. Like he goes in.
Yeah, Sir Musty is a cool guy. Like, thank you for making that reaction video on me.
Wait, what? What are you talking about?
Oh, you remember that crappy backseat Sakurai video that I showed you?
Oh yeah.
Well, I went on Smashboards and asked him, hey, what'd you think of Sir Musty's video on it? And he was like, I thought it was bad. So I had a conversation with him. Half of it was pretty okay. The other half of it, he was getting weirdly passive-aggressive with me. So anyway, Sir Musty did a video where he where he like read the whole conversation. He was like, yeah, I think backseat needs to take a back seat, and Mr. You did well. Like I'm not even saying this to lie. Like he generally was applauding throughout that.
Oh
so,
no, I know what video you're talking about because I've been a Sir Musty watcher for a while. I know exactly which one you're talking about. I was like, he got to that part, and I'm like, holy shit, I know that guy. It's MGG.
Yeah, and Waffle Man was even like in the chat of like one of those videos, which was really cool.
So I also love Sir Musty, but I'm gonna be honest, I gotta have him like once a week because like some of the negativity that he says is like don't worry, I kind of agree, but like I gotta watch your videos like once a week because sometimes it's a little too much for me.
Yeah.
But I think it's fucking hilarious. I think that's fucking hilarious. I'm also very sorry that happened to you, MGG. I'm so sorry, but
I mean, yeah, it sucks that I got into an argument with someone, but the dude literally put Sakurai's face over himself over a Wojak. It's kind of the red flags were there. The backseat guy was probably not the nicest person, especially
looks back at all my videos. Oh no, they have Wojaks, guys. I'm cooked.
But anyway, but my mother's calling for me, so this was fun. C Money. I forgot if I said your name wrong. No offense. I get where you're coming from. I think you just have flawed arguments, and I would like to talk with you on a voice call. Don't hate me forever. Okay, bye. Okay.
Yeah, like this.
Anyway,
like,
see you guys.
So yeah, in conclusion, this video is just not great at all. This video just has so many flaws. It's all over the place, and it's
Damn, this is gonna be a really fun video to edit.
Yep. Yeah.
My thing is, I don't know what this guy won.
This video in a while made me actually angry. Like, holy shit, the amount of stuff he gets wrong is just insane.
Go ahead, Gene. Say what you.
Sorry for interrupting you, Nick. I don't know what this guy wants because he's like, we should make new things, and like, there are new things coming out. I don't know why, like. New as in like different mechanics, and like an example of something not being like substantially different enough was Multiversus. Though to be fair, I'm pretty sure if I was listening in correctly, he got his like opinions on it was either Multiversus or Nasby 2 from Zeta. Was that correct?
Yeah, so MGG said so. Actually, we can look right now. Fuck it, we can look right now. What the? No, shut up. We're not talking about domain format. We can actually look right now.
You should probably maybe end the recording.
Yeah, we should probably end it. Okay. Okay, see you guys. I will take every single one of your mothers. Not the people in chat, but the people watching. Fuck you.